Here on the field in Ellisville after a huge win for number 13 Gulf Coast, knock off number 1 Jones on their home field. Got some special guests behind me. We're going to look at some highlights while we talk with Coach Jack Wright, defensive lineman Jace McCoy, and quarterback Austin Davidson. Later on, we'll introduce you to offensive lineman Percy Lewis. And lastly, we'll introduce you to the 2021-22 softball team under new head coach David Kuhn. Stick around. Here on the field with Gulf Coast head coach Jack Wright. Jack, that was something else, super exciting 27-23 win.
Yeah, came down to the wire. A Jones Gulf Coast game is expected to be close. It's expected to come down to the wire. There was a lot at stake tonight. They're number 1 in the country, playoff spots. It really doesn't get any bigger than this. Just really proud we came out with a win.
Yeah, that in the long term you needed a win, but this was more of kind of a gut check, and y'all punched them in the mouth a bunch. They punched us in the mouth a bunch. I mean, I thought that was just a great game.
It was a great football game. Everybody that was here got their money's worth. They saw incredible effort on both sides. Jones made plays, we made plays, both sides of the football. Our defense was on the field all night. They never laid down. They've been in bad situations all year, and they've come through. They've got incredible talent, Jones does, on offense, guys that are hard to tackle. And all night long we tackled. And that was really the difference in the game, us getting their explosive skill guys on the ground.
2 of your touchdowns came on one-play drives, one on 11 yards, one on 5 yards after turnovers. That's what the regulators did tonight.
Exactly. They gave us the ball down there close. We had another touchdown, Don, that our defense scored that got called back for inadvertent whistle. And that was tough to swallow at that point in the game. It looked like it was going to put the game away. So they played great. They played even better than the score indicates.
You guys have built up some depth over the season and on that side of the ball, and it paid off tonight.
A lot of people play over there. When you go into a junior college season early in the year, it's hard to play freshmen because you got to win games, and sometimes they're not ready. Sometimes they don't line up right and do the right things, but we've found opportunities to put them in throughout the course of the year, and here in week 8, it paid dividends.
And y'all were able to get a lot of pressure in the backfield on the quarterback, get a lot of stuff going. So.
Yeah, our defensive line did a great job. They disrupted number 8's timing all night. He's a third-year quarterback, a very efficient quarterback, nimble on his feet, tough to hem in. But our D-line brought pressure all night, and that takes a lot of energy, Don. When you chase the quarterback all night, I don't think people realize the amount of energy and the amount of exhaustion that creates. And so, just kudos to our D-line for continuing to do that all night.
Offensively, you guys got 2 long touchdown passes, and Austin Davidson made plays all night with his arm and his feet.
Yeah, Austin really, was a gritty football player. He extended some drive, did some things with his feet. I thought he got a first down there on that last quarterback draw. He came up a yard or 2 short, but the big play, the 2 big passing plays really are the difference in the game. Him hitting BRACEY a couple of times, that really is what sealed it for us.
You mentioned JALEN BRACEY. I mean, we've been lucky to have him here for almost 3 full seasons.
I believe he's the best receiver in junior college this year. That's my honest opinion. I know there may be a guy that's bigger and maybe has better stats, but as far as production and what he means to the team, the timely plays that he makes, the blocking on the perimeter that nobody talks about, I think he's the best receiver in all of junior college this year.
And we got to talk about all 3 phases. I thought your special teams had some big plays as well.
We did. George Caratan got a lot of hang time on a couple of those punts early. I think there's one he would want back. Dylan was really good on his PATs and hit a big field goal. Just tickled to death with the performance overall. We beat the number 1 team at their place. It's a great moment for our program. It's been a hard year, a long year. We've had to battle through a lot of adversity. So coming here and doing this really just speaks volume to the character and the effort of our players. It cannot be overstated.
I know I talked to their sports information director, and he said that they basically have had one depth chart all year. We've been moving guys in and out, dropping guys off all over the place. Now you gave them 3 days off because we got homecoming next week. How do you get guys kind of rallied back for Southwest?
Well, luckily for us, we're at the end of the year. I think the older I get, the longer I coach, you need to kind of taper off. So we'll cut back on practice a little bit. We'll go a little bit lighter, be a little bit more heavy in the film sessions and the meeting rooms to get prepared. We've got a long week. You know, typically we get ready on 3 hard days and then on Wednesdays a polish. So next week we've got 6 days to get ready. So we need to space it out a little bit and make sure we get good quality work in to get prepared for homecoming.
We've been on the mountaintop before. It feels to knock somebody off the top of it, so congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you.
Here on the field with sophomore defensive lineman Jace McCoy. Jace, you guys really earned it. What does it feel like to knock off the #1 team?
It definitely feels good. We worked all week. We prepared for them. We kept going every day. We didn't let up. Some days we almost went 2 days, but hey, we love to see it. Good score, good play, good game.
You guys really, you were out there a lot on the field. How'd you kind of find the reserves to keep going?
We had to. We got to push, man. We got a couple third-year guys out there, and we got to make big plays. Coach expect a lot out of us, and we got to expect a lot out of ourselves. We made plays. What
happened on the play where you get the fumble return?
I was speed rushing. I just seen it coming. My inside guy my linebacker got the sack, fumble. I picked it up. Let's go.
You were trying to drag guys into the end zone. You didn't quite make it.
Trying to.
You got some running back in your pass?
Hey, just a little bit, huh? Just a little bit.
What'd you see from the offense that they were able to make some big plays and they cashed in on your short fields?
Definitely, the offense played amazing tonight. I'm so happy the way they played, so smart and just so smooth, and I hope they just keep continuing. It was big tonight.
What you got Southwest next week, homecoming, get a little extra time off. How important is that going to be?
Hey, it's definitely important to me. Our bodies got a rest before we play this last big game. We're going to see we in the playoffs. If we are, we're going to make something happen for y'all.
Congratulations, Jace.
I appreciate you, Don.
Here on the field with quarterback Austin Davidson. Austin beat the #1 team in the country on their home field. How does that feel?
It's great. I thought we had a great week of preparation. I thought we came in and competed every single day, and I thought it showed on the field today.
First long play to JALEN BRACEY. What happened on the play?
We had a double move, so we were really hoping that BRACEY's going to win that right there. And BRACEY, as talented as he is, he won, and he made a play.
Then you got to get the ball on the money to get him. Second play, what happened on that one?
Which one was it? What are we talking about?
Long touchdown pass.
To Rico?
No, there was another long
touchdown.
To
BRACEY, yeah. It was the same thing, same play. It's a double move. BRACEY just put a good move on him and won. Put it up to BRACEY. Let him go make a play.
You got a couple short fields from the regulators. What'd you see out of the defense tonight?
I thought they played very well tonight. That's the #1 team in the country, #1 running back, I believe, in JUCO right now. I thought we did a great job stopping the run. We had a lot of pass breakups. I thought defense played fantastic, put us in good situations to win the football game.
What was the key to kind of bouncing back from disappointment last week for y'all?
I think really it was just between us. I think when we got in there Sunday, we were just like, it's more of a team thing. It's not really outside of football. So we just came in and we really focused on ourselves and was what can we do to get better each and every day. And I thought we did that this week.
Congratulations, Austin.
Thank you. Appreciate it. You have to stand next to offensive lineman Percy Lewis to understand how big he is, and then you can't believe how fast he moves. Let's meet Percy Lewis.
I started playing football when I was in fourth or fifth grade. I started playing Pee Wee League, and I started playing football since then. I started loving it, man. I was big, so I was like, I gotta play football. I don't want to just sit around the house and not do nothing. So that's when I started playing football. And I never forget the first play of the game, like my first game, man, I went off. I'll never forget that day. I was big every sport, almost every sport I played, I was biggest. I wasn't the biggest, but I was the tallest. I played at McAdam High School, that's a little town in McAdam, and it was a 1A, so nobody just didn't really just know where I was until I got here. Cause like, as me coming out of high school, I didn't have no D1 offers. I had a couple JUCOs, and I decided to come here, so this is where I'm at. I ain't really just play online till my senior year. I played mostly defense, and my 19th grade, I played tight end and blocking back, and mostly defense end, D tackle, and nose guard. I played nose guard my senior year. Well, it was the best college campus, and I feel like Coach George, well, I knew Coach George was gonna get me right, so I just had to come over here and just go on, get myself together, take everything that he give me in, and perform right and come Thursday nights. Coach George, man, hey, that's my guy there. He never told me nothing wrong. Like I said, I'm thankful for God put me what he put me in, and Coach George. I'm thankful that he put Coach George in my life, because Coach George helped me get to where I am now. I had to work on my passes, my footsteps, because like I say, coming out of high school, I really didn't know like what I was doing. So like I say, when I got to college, it was my first year just really playing O-line. So I ain't gonna say it was a lot that I had to learn, but since I had the speed as the size I am, I didn't have to worry about just really working on my speed. I just had to worry about the techniques. And as the months go on, I was just steady progressing and getting better at it. So I said I thank Coach George for that. And they really just be speechless, like they don't have nothing to say when I tell them how much I weigh. They'll be like, man, like they be shocked. Like they'll be like, ain't no way you just got that big, moving that fast. Like it be funny to me sometimes because they won't expect a guy like me to move that fast. And it be crazy because like, don't be doubting me, man. I'm a big guy, but I can move, man. Stick and move. I plan on going to my next D1 college and hopefully I get better and hopefully be one day being in the league, man. That's my dream. I can get my class work done. If I need help, there's a few people that'll help me if I ask them. But like I say, if I need help with anything, they don't mind helping me. So it's like family around here. Where I go, it's like family. Man, I'm at home, man. If I ain't on that 4-wheeler, I'm in that bed, so I'm on that 4-wheeler 24/7. I can't sit in no house all day. I got to be out the house doing something. I just can't sit in no house. So I'm on the 4-wheeler or helping my granddaddy with the horses or something. Just helping them around the house or the farm or whatever, wherever I'm at.
David Kuhn has taken over the MGCCC softball team. Let's meet David and meet his 2021-22 Bulldogs softball team.
I'm David Kuhn, head softball coach at Mississippi Gulf Coast Community College. Spent the last 13 years at the University of Central Arkansas. Prior to that, spent 10 years at Delta State as the head softball coach. Prior to that, about a year and a half at Washington School, coaching softball and baseball. Then a year prior to that, baseball assistant at Delta State. And then prior to that, a couple years at Greenville Christian and 4 years in the Air Force before that. So that's kind of how I'm here. A lot of reasons. The tradition, they win, the great facilities, some relationships with a couple people here I'm familiar with, the location. I've always loved being close to the Mississippi Gulf Coast, and you know, a place where that wants to win and it's set on winning, and they got great tradition. So I mean, it was a no-brainer for me. I've got a great staff. Got Bradley Grinstead. Brad comes from Mississippi Delta Community College. Spent the last 4 years as head coach there. A lot of experience, you know, in the state. Familiar with the region, the recruiting aspect. Awesome to have a former head coach on staff who's been in the chair and can take a lot off my plate, whether it's the field maintenance or recruiting or paperwork. He's great working with hitters and just building relationships and whatnot. And of course, you know, bringing Caitlin Lee back home to the Gulf Coast. She loves this school. This is her place. This is her alma mater. She does an outstanding job with the pitchers and also helps us some with the short game with the hitters and whatnot. So just got a passion for this school and this community and this program, and you know, brings a lot of energy to the program, and is a great pitching coach. Really good at working with the pitching staff. We returned quite a few players with a lot of championship experience, having gone to the World Series last year. Right now, if you ask me right now, it looks like we'll be starting primarily all sophomores on the team right now. Granted, that could change, but we've got some tremendous players coming back and ones with a lot of experience. So I mean, we've got a good nucleus of 13 sophomores coming back, and that's huge. That championship experience. So we've got Emily Coates is returning. Emily's a really good pitcher and had an outstanding fall for us, and was all conference, all region last year for us. We got Abby Vance. Abby was hurt a little bit last year, but she has thrown the ball really well this fall. And Abby and Emily both are going to help us a lot on the mound, and they both swing the bat well. And both, I mean, Abby's got a chance. She could play some first and third. DP, Emily could hit. DP, play first. Both super talented young ladies on the mound. And then, we've got a transfer in Joby Jones, who I think is going to give us a good shot in the arm with some depth. She's throws the ball really well and can pitch and play outfield. We got some freshmen that are going to help us. Kennedy Brown's throwing really well this fall, left-handed pitcher out of North Mississippi. MADISYN COBBS is also another left-handed pitcher out of Lafayette County, up North Mississippi, who's thrown well this fall. And then we got LIZZY WEEMS. LIZZY is a pitcher and a first baseman. So got a lot of pitchers that can help us in a lot of different spots. Infield's pretty solid. I feel like we're real strong. We returned Bree Green at second base. Bree played there a lot last season. Got Whitley Tanner, who's seen a lot of time for us at shortstop. Third base, we've got KRISTIAN Jones, who returns at third base and can also play the outfield. We've got transfer in Cat Knight. Transfer player in here, could play first, third, DH for us, got a big bat. Bring some experience to us. KK Agner, KK's been out most of the fall, injured, but a great player as well. We got some really good depth on the infield too as well, with HAYLEE SIDAWAY at second base, and then LAUREL LADNER at shortstop. So infield's pretty deep. Catching, got four young ladies back there that all have gotten time this fall and can help us. We got Lane Turan is returning. Lane has caught a lot for us this fall, done a great job. She can play catcher and outfield. She's got a good bat. Could also play some first. DARCY NOVAK is a sophomore who has played really well for us this fall. She can catch and throw, and has got some pop. And then got two freshmen who've done a good job for us as well. Chloe Litchfield and Olivia Plummer. So you can never have enough catchers. Outfield, got a bunch of 3 returners in the outfield. As far as returning players, we've got Alyssa Little, we've got Grace Allgood, and then we have Oslin Andrews returning in the outfield. Little is more of a power hitter, where Grace and Oz are slappers, bunt type skill position. All very solid on defense, really can run down the ball and have done an excellent job. And we've got some young kids out there. Kate Brannon, Sarah Brannon's younger sister, in the outfield, who's a slapper, can bunt and run. We have Katie Smith out there as well. Katie's really fast, got a great arm. And Akira Causey, another outfielder, can bunt and run, slap. So got a good it's kind of like hockey. You've got a really good front line and another line change there, but that's kind of what we've done this fall. Everybody knows Jones is a perennial power year in, year out. Chris has a great program and great tradition, great culture. They're always, a team to beat in this league and in this region and nationally. And now you've got Itawamba has won a couple state titles in a row, and Andy Kirk has done a tremendous job there building that program. Colleen has been really strong the last couple of years. Coach Brown and her staff have done a great job building that program. Pearl River, Coach Meeks has got an outstanding team. Man, it's the league is so tough, top to bottom. It doesn't matter. Northwest is solid every year. It's just tough. East Central, you name it. It doesn't matter. It's there was a time when it was just the big three. Something like whether it was Jones and Gulf Coast. You always knew Jones and Gulf Coast were in it. And then every year, you know, it might be Northwest, it might be Northeast, it might be Hines, it might be Holmes. You know, somebody always be in there. But now, at top to bottom, anybody can beat anybody, and we've seen that in the last couple of years. There's a lot of parity with it being the state being open.
Thank you for joining us for another exciting episode of Bulldog Blitz. We'll be back a week from Saturday when Gulf Coast takes on Southwest for homecoming. Hope to see you in Perkinston.